what do I think of niches? Mate, fuck niches. Niches, mate. Forget about niches. If you're new to business, go out there and become a mutt. Yeah, go crossbreed, go cross-pollinate, go and find out what you like, what you don't like. You know, go and discover your niche through experiencing lots of different things. So it's interesting, right? Out there, all the content. So you see all the content out there and you see all these people saying, find your niche. You know, I had a conversation with someone today and he said, oh, so who's your target audience? Now, what's your niche? Inside of my head, I'm going, fucking everyone. You know, because I've done so many different things, been in so many different environments. And inside of myself, I'm like telling myself, geez, I have to come up with an answer here. Otherwise, I'm going to get into a discussion I don't really want to get into. So I don't get it, right? Go out and get the experience. Take on clients you wouldn't normally have. You know, you're only going to have one girlfriend in life, one boyfriend in life. It doesn't make sense. It's almost the antithesis of entrepreneurship. That's what a niche is for me, right? Continually introduce yourself to yourself through these experiences. Like, I'll give you an example. I worked 12 different jobs by the time I was 18 years old, and I still went to school. I did no good at school, but everything I did, all those experiences, they helped me learn and overcome so many different things that happened while I was in business, right? We're talking about niches. Hold on 1 second. So it's basically hyper-specialised. So many people are taking the piss out of yesterday's world. They're talking about the traditionalist way, right? And I believe we are moving into a generalised world. So becoming hyper-specialist, becoming better at yesterday, that's what they're doing. They're taking the piss out of their parents and their grandparents, but all they're doing is doing the same shit in a different way. That's what niche is. Let's all do the same thing, but let's do it differently. Doesn't make sense to me. Now, should niches exist? 100%. Vets, surgeons. I'll give you, like surgeons, there's a great example. If I've got heart problems or if I've got a brain problem, man, the person I want working on me is someone that spent their life niching down into the brain, into the heart. But in business, to have a niche, man, like I said, it goes against entrepreneurship. And most of these people that are saying, have a niche, find a niche, build on a niche, all that kind of stuff, they've become successful two ways. Either through experiences, losing this and that, and they've discovered their niche and they've forgotten where they came from. Or the second thing is, they've started at a time when it was fantastic, full of abundance, and they got to the top quicker than everybody else. But markets change. Climates change, business environments change. We've been in abundance here in Australia, 35 years, no recessions. We've had low interest rates for 10 years, right? So people are like, hey, this is easy. Oh my God, I discovered that I could just target this client and rainbows and unicorns. Bullshit, we're going to see now in 2023. We're already seeing it. With interest rate rising, we're seeing a recession it's already happening, but we're in lag of it actually making an impact. And like I said, things change. These people don't have the resilience. Like I said, be a mutt. You know, we look at dog breeds. Over the years, it has been proven that a crossbreed is a lot more resilient than a pure breed. So if you want to be some kind of pedigree, no dramas. Go be a pedigree. But when you look at the street dogs, the ones where they go out and they search for their food and they're not going to say no to an opportunity. We see them, like we've bred out knee problems, hip problems, breathing problems, all this kind of thing out of dogs. The pure breed is the first to go. And I look at a niche just like that. You know, I'm a little bit weird like that. It's anti-disruption. That's the thing as well. A niche is anti-disruption. I'll give you another example. If you're focusing on your niche, you rely on data. And data is only available about the past. So if people are data-driven, fact-based and analytical, they can't really look into the future if they create that habit, right? They've dug this hole because they've become hyper-specialised. They've doubled down on their niche. They rarely come up for air to talk to their neighbour and just turn around and say, hey, what have you been working on? And when they do, it's usually from people in their same industry, their same circle. Makes no sense. A niche, go get a job. So if you can't look into the future, most of these people only take action when the game is over. And then they say, oh, I'm reinventing myself. I'm rebranding. I learnt some lessons. And then they go and do it all over again. Makes no sense. Experience. Go out and experience. It's the old generalist versus the specialist kind of way of living. And that's business. Learn what you don't like. Learn what doesn't work. Learn what you are good at, what you're not good at, and nurture into that. Nurture into that niche. So then there comes a time you say, you know what, I really love doing this. I'm really good at doing this. I'm bad at doing that. Look, I'll give you a twisted example, right? Johnny meets his high school sweetheart. Johnny has always loved women with brown hair, for argument's sake. And he loves puzzles and staying at home. And he meets this girl at school and she's got brown hair and she loves puzzles. She loves staying at home. And they're madly in love. He's like, oh my God, look how lucky I am. This is amazing. How good's this? I've met the woman of my dreams, and they build a life together. Right? This is the niche. Just map this over to business. Right? So then they start, buying all these investment properties with their money that they're making. They stay home and they play with fucking puzzles and they watch movies. And all of a sudden, they have one kid and they have two kids and they have three kids and they've built this. They've invested so much into this, but it's okay. But then all of a sudden, Johnny turns 35 years old. He reads a book. He goes to a seminar, goes to a conference, whatever. There's a company shake-up which makes him realise, oh, hold on a second. This is not right. He speaks to his dog, whatever it may be. Something happens. And he turns around and he goes, oh, there's something else out there. Takes up a new hobby, rowing, kayaking. Gets his kayak and he freaking kayaks out there on the ocean. And he goes, how's amazing this? Look at the trees, look at the nature, look at the bush, look at the adventure. I get stimulated from this. And he goes home and he tells Jenny, Jenny, this is really good. Like, come out. Like, this is so, let's go. We spend so much time together. The kids are getting older. Let's go kayaking. Jenny goes, no, I like puzzles. I like watching TV. So Johnny goes, oh, cool. But she goes, go do that. But Johnny starts spending less and less time at home. And Jenny starts complaining a little bit more. So Johnny starts going out on purpose, finds other adventures, finds other experiences, but he comes back to what he doesn't like. He's not wealthy, he might be rich, but he's a miserable son of a bitch. All of a sudden, this brown-haired, puzzle-loving, movie-watching, stay-at-home woman is not what he loves anymore. Doesn't really drive him. But hey, it's too much to give up. Now look at the business. It's too much to give up. I've built all this infrastructure. I've got the children. I've got the assets. I've got all this experience. Like I said, these things are marrying in together. And so she's not what he wants anymore. But he's not going to give it all up. So he lives a miserable life. He lives two lives, really. One where he goes and gets his adventure, but he's not doing what he loves with who he loves. And that's business for me. You're going to go and get a niche. You're going to go and become specialised when you're young and you're new to business. You're going to let all these opportunities go. And then eventually you're going to like redheads. But you can't. You're stuck. You know nothing. The client's going to come to you and say, listen, we're making a change. And all of a sudden, you've built this relationship. You haven't grown yourself. You haven't gotten the experiences to become resilient, to change into, adapt. That's what I'm looking at, adaptability. So you're unable to adapt because you've niched down into something. This is why I don't believe in niches. It makes no sense to me. Be a mutt. Become adaptable. Become resilient. Offer different offerings. Turn into what you want to become, not knowing what you want to become. But knowing to become that, you have to go and get lots of experiences, live different experiences. Like I said, 18, 15, 18 jobs, something like that it was, before I was 18 years old. Landscaping, butchering, working in the fruit shop, working in the deli, different things in construction, restaurant, just all these different things. Now don't tell me all those different things don't give me experiences, so then when I get into something, get into anything, I can't offer value of something. So fuck your niche. Makes no sense. I don't get it. It makes no sense, niche. Become your niche. That's a different conversation. We can have that one. If you want to have that one, I'll have that one with you. But to find your niche when you're new to the game, it's bullshit. And the universe will show you. The market will show you one day. It's going to be rosy, but it's going to get you.